Welcome to Big Sister. Today I'm going to talk with you about the difference between character versus attributes. Character versus attributes. What is the difference? Well, let me give you an example. Have you ever been a person who is really nice? You dated them, maybe you were married to them, depending on your age. Everybody like this person. This person's really cool at work. They are very helpful. They helping the old lady across the street. They're taking the cat out of the tree. All these things that they're doing. But then when you're dating them, you realize they have these really horrible ways. You may realize that you're with a serial cheater, a serial liar. You may realize this person has a serious drinking problem, a drug problem. You may realize that this person is physically or emotionally or verbally abusive. You may find out they're like a part-time hacker in their free time. They may be a kleptomaniac. They like stealing. They may be cruel to animals. But in another setting, you see them and they're funny and they're a listening ear to others or even to you. You're confused. This person keeps cheating on me. This person keeps mistreating me. This person is doing these things, but everybody in the community likes them. This person is terrorizing other people, but people in the community loves them. They are spoken of very highly within the community. They have a lot of influence depending on who they are. They have a lot of say in many things. People have seen nothing but their praises, and you are being told, if you're in a relationship with this person, oh, he's great, she's great, they treat you right, they take you on these expensive trips, they will do anything for you, they treat your family nicely, they just bought you a car. What is your problem? Look how cute they are, look how handsome they are. This is a beautiful woman, she is a keeper. But behind closed doors, you're being abused, you're being mistreated, you're being neglected. This person's playing head games and you can't figure it out. These things are, why is this person doing this to me? But yet we still have this great connection. We can have these great conversations. Well, he can't be loyal and faithful to me, but he takes me out to dinner. She takes me, she treats me wonderfully. She gives me the best moments sexually. She's very nice with my mom. She visits my mother, my parents. She buys my sisters nice things. What is my problem? There's nothing wrong with you. You have to understand that what there's a difference between a person's character and maybe their attributes. There's a difference between someone's character and their attributes. Okay? A person could be someone who gets up and goes to work on time. They're very clean. They take care of their home. They go to work on time. They're very helpful. They're very kind, very patient. They're funny. They can make people laugh. They are really, really considerate around other people. And that is going to be a testament to people to say, oh man, this person is amazing. They do this, they do that. Because this is one side of them that they show. And being funny and kind and helpful is just an attribute that they have. But their character is often who they are when no one is looking. Their character is completely different in what they do when they're angry, what they do when they're alone, the choices that they make. Their character, the type of character that they have will determine if they will behave impulsively or if they have disciplines or not. So someone can sit with a person, you could be dating a person and they are They appear to be everything any man or woman would dream of in a partner. Funny, making you laugh, great conversation. They can joke around with you. They're the life of the party. They're very good at mediating. They will wipe your tears. That's attributes, right? Things that does not require disciplines, things that are not has nothing to do with character, but just call it extra accessories that comes with a person. Because you think about it, anybody can make you laugh, but their character is very different. What they will do, will they make what they will do when it's time to make moral or amoral decisions? Are they going to be ethical or unethical when their back's against the wall? Telling a lie versus the truth. Making seedy, shady decisions. What do they do when they're alone? What do they do when the moon is full? How do they behave with you when they're not happy with you? Are they still going to come and pick you up from work when they're angry? Sometimes they might, but they're passive aggressive. And so they pick you up and you can feel a difference in how they're treating you, because now there's some malice there and they're being unkind and they're doing things to make you uncomfortable. That is their character. How do they treat the housekeeper when no one is around? People are the most demanding with their housekeepers when they're not the ones doing the housekeeping. They're nasty as all get out. But if they have a housekeeper, they're walking around with a glove and they're checking places that they in their whole life wouldn't even have thought to clean. But they can be mentally abusive, verbally abusive. What are they like with animals? You see, there could be someone who you see them, they're standing before the people, whether they're a governor, they could be a president, they can be a congressman. You see all these people, police officer, pastor, the nice guy across the street, the sweet lady next door. You see one thing, she's baking pies for everyone. She's always bringing Christmas cookies by. But behind closed doors, she's hell on wheels. How is she with her family? Her children are terrified of her. But no one will believe that because of how she presents outside. No one believed that. Even her children may want to believe, well, mommy didn't mean to give me a black eye, because here's another flip side of mommy. She gets up and she's making breakfast and she's buying us things and she's singing us our favorite songs. That is how children can get very confused, because on one side they're remembering dad takes me fishing and he takes me to play baseball, but there's a side maybe where dad is doing something he should not be doing. Okay, you know where I'm going with this. Dad is doing something he should not be doing, and that son or the daughter is confused. They know this isn't right, but then dad's always home. Dad comes home on time. Dad is always making sure that no one is bothering me. He's fixing the roof. He's sanding the deck. He's doing all these things. He's strong. He's big. No one picks on me. But here's this other side to dad. That's the difference between their attributes. The protective side, that's the attributes. Helpful, he cuts the grass, mom is making the cookies, mom is singing, she's dancing. These are the attributes of mom. This is one side. But that dark side to dad, those things that's happening that dad should not be doing to the children, or the way mom's giving someone a black eye today, that's their character. It means what will be the character? Dad has some dark, he has a lack of self-control, and he has a perverted mind. That's his character. There's something within him where he's doing these things, and he knows better. That's why he'll tell you not to tell. But he has no he gives in to these dark and just deplorable impulses and carries them out. Mom, her character, she lacks discipline. So when she's angry, she does not know how to control that. She goes into a rage and she'll say and do and give you a black eye. That's her character. Has nothing to do with those great smelling cookies that she made or what she's going to do next to make you feel happy. Never be confused with this. It's the same thing in relationships. You pay attention to their character. They're making you feel good with their smell, smile, the conversations you're having with them. They're taking you places you've never been before. They're making you feel ways that you've never felt before. They're opening a new world to you you've never seen. They're doing things you've never had. They're opening doors. She's doing all the things you've ever wanted in a woman. All these things. Beautiful. Your family loves her. She's funny. But she's doing things on the side. She talks to you very badly. She's pulling you away from all your friends. All of a sudden, there's a problem with everybody in your life. Oh, I don't like this friend. I don't like that friend. She's a nasty person. Her mask falls with you. You're confused. Well, we were just having a good time. No. What you're seeing is her character, who she is at the core. The laughter, the being kind to people, those may be some attributes, but you see, those things are subjective. It can be used as a shroud. It can be used as for two things: bait to pull you in, and a camouflage to cover up the true nature of their nastiness. And that's why a lot of times when you end up being in relationships with these people or you marry them, when people marry them, it's very hard for them to prove to the public that they are who they're trying to tell them that they are, because they're like, no, no way. This is an upstanding citizen. I've never had any trouble with this person. She's amazing. If I need her for anything, she's always there for me. But the thing is, one side. Do you live with them? Are you in a house with them? Have you ever lived with them for long periods of time? Do you know them when the sun goes down? Are you around them? And not when they're in a situation where they have to put on their nice face. Most people, they don't know that. They know the sunny side up side that they want you to see. So the whole point of this video is to just let you know what the difference is. When you're with someone who seems really nice, but yet they're doing some really evil things, they're doing some messed up things to you, and you're like, what's going on? And you're still hanging around. And what you're actually hanging around for, why you hang around and why you're still tolerating them, is because you are drawn to these attributes that they have. You're looking at all this other thing. You remember the conversations, you remember the connection, how they listened to you while you cried. Yes, those are some attributes. Those are some things that comes with a person, but who they truly are is what they do when they're angry, when they're by themselves, when they're not agreeing with you about something, when maybe you have to tell them no, they don't get their own way, their food does not come, they, maybe the food service person brings out the wrong order. If they feel someone scratch their car, look at how they react. They go to pick something up and it's not ready. Pay attention to those things. So you need to know the difference. Every human being have different side of themselves. We have a side that we show people, a side of us at work. We have a side of us at church. We have a side that you have when you're playing with your team. You have another side when you get into the ring to box. You have a side that you give to your family and those close to you. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're a boss, a CEO, you have to get all the playful side and the laid back side and the part of you, the who you are at the gym, and you have to put it in the back. And now the CEO, you have to come. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not being fake, but you are in a position where you wear many hats, but you should be of one character. What should not be dual is your character. Okay? But you understand what I mean. Okay? So that's going to be that's normal. And we can make mistakes. Mistakes are, I learned this. I remember I like to watch Judge Boyd, and she says there's a difference between choices and mistakes. And she gave an example. It's raining outside, and you don't take an umbrella with you. And you get somewhere, and well, you don't take an umbrella. There's a forecast for rain. You don't take an umbrella with you. You get somewhere, let's say you're inside a classroom. It begins to pour down rain outside, and you're like, man, I wish I had got an umbrella. You see someone else's umbrella sitting there, and you take that, and you walk out with it. That's a choice. And she gave another example by saying, okay, there's going to be raining that day forecast. You take an umbrella. You make sure you pick up your black umbrella and you go out. And let's say again, you're in the classroom, you have a black umbrella, and the person next to you also has a black umbrella. And then when you're getting ready to leave, you just grab a black umbrella. You think it's yours. You go outside, you open it up, you see that maybe your black umbrella has initials, and this one does not. You be like, oh, I got the wrong umbrella. That is what's a mistake. Okay, it's a mistake. It's an honest mistake. It's something that's done. You did not mean it. It just happened that way. And then, of course, you make the correction as needed. And so that's something that you have to understand. Your our character, the things that we could do, things that we may do intentionally and not intentionally. And character is what's going to make you look at yourself in the mirror and say, this is not right. You apologize sincerely without gaslighting, and then you are going to not keep doing this thing over and over again to the person. And if you find that you can't help yourself, you have to be honest with yourself and say, I need help. I need to go figure myself out. And because I'm realizing I'm like a little liar 2.0, or I am this type of person, I need to deal with myself. And then you take that journey. That is a good thing. It takes character to be able to admit that and to sincerely be moving forward in that direction. And that is the difference. Being able to see that difference. You understand? So we all can make mistakes or choices, but it's that we are policing ourselves, and we're not using these things, or our lack of discipline, or things that, because we don't want to do the work, we now learn how to to morph. And that's what a lot of these people will do. They work more on their physical attributes, they work more on being funny, they really pursue power and prestige in these things and joining fraternities or sororities. They do these things to cover themselves up, and they look, smell good, they're in the right circles, and you're drawn to that, and they learn the gift of gab. They learn how to talk to people. They learn how to be sexually mind blowing. Excuse me. This is very important for them to do to get you all hooked in. So you get hooked on stupidity at that point. But they don't work on their character. They don't work on themselves. So therefore, they're not morally sound. They're not ethically sound. They don't have, they're impulsive. They're there's just a whole different side to them that you will be shocked is there. And that's why you're confused. But don't be confused. Every human being has instinct. You're going to just see it. But most of the times we will talk ourselves out of it because you are thinking of the good old days. You are hung up on their attributes. You're still hung up by how they made you laugh, and you ignore their character. But their character is everything. And the more you try to follow after them, the more wound up you're going to end up, and the more you'll be destroyed. Some of you may be living examples of that right now. Some of you may still be picking out the splinters from that relationship, getting those shards of glass out your very core from when you ignored the warning signs and you were just looking or stuck with someone because of you thought they were a good person. And you're often looking for that person you first met, or that will make you stick around. But you have to know the difference. You're going to be like, okay, that was their attributes, but their character is who I'm seeing now. What they're doing when they're choosing themselves, when they are betraying me again, when they're giving me another excuse, when I'm seeing the text messages, when I am finding the drugs, when I am finding the marriage certificate that this person is married, or they have a child, or they are flirting with my friends, or whatever it may be. That is who they are, and that is who you pay attention to. That is what you look at, and you be objective, and don't allow your emotions to get involved, and don't allow those tears to pull you in and get yourself out of there. Otherwise, you're gonna live to regret it, and they'll utterly destroy you, and they'll move on with their lives, and people will believe them and not you. All right, guys, peace.